Good evening, everybody. David Paul here, KHOU 11 Weather Center on a Thursday evening where we got hot today, mid-90s, and now late in the afternoon we are seeing some isolated thunderstorms that are putting down some brief heavy rain and some lightning and thunder. In fact, you can see things have really clouded up over downtown. I may end up getting a thunder shower here in the Galleria area. That's where our Channel M studios are. This camera is actually looking from the Gulf Freeway, south side looking north. And you see the downtown buildings now shrouded in clouds. Also, there's been quite a bit of haze. We've got dust out there where the clouds are not. The sky is hazy from the Saharan dust. Weekend is looking wet, very wet, especially Saturday, but also Sunday. We'll go over that. And then getting hot next week. Rain chances get lower next week, and temperatures get into the upper 90s as we head toward a little bit of a hot spell. Hello, Med Center, best in the world. Keep building those buildings. 3 separate projects look to be going on right now. I see 4 cranes. Count the cranes. You know how active the economy is in the Med Center. Really busy out there. The sky is hazy looking to the south because of the Saharan dust that has arrived today. It is thick today. It won't be quite as thick tomorrow, but we'll still have a little bit of haze tomorrow. High temp went to 95. One above normal of 94. That just updated. That was at 3:53 this afternoon. Record high for the day is 105, set back in 2022. So reaching 95 has triggered the thunderstorms this afternoon. It'll do about the same thing tomorrow. 30% chance for a thunder shower in the heat of the afternoon and early evening tomorrow. A couple of thunderstorms could be strong tomorrow like we're seeing right now, and then they'll fizzle out in the evening. But then look at rain chances. 70% coverage on Saturday, 60% coverage on Sunday. This will happen in a very tropical atmosphere. Surge of moisture is going to come up off the Gulf. So we're going to see heavy downpours, and it's street ponding and street flooding in many spots that I think will be likely as we head through the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Quiet overnight and then getting going in the morning and lasting through the afternoon. As we look down from the satellite view, things are relatively quiet. There's not much rain out there, but where it's coming down, it's heavy. North and northwest side of Harris County, lightning and thunder. This one rolled through the Memorial Villages a little bit ago. Now it's in Jersey Village. Woodwind Lake's getting heavy rain and thunder right now. It's going to continue to drift north. There's Fallbrook. There's the northwest side of the Beltway. There's 249. So the Willowbrook Mall area, Sam Houston Race Park area, that storm is drifting in your direction. Pretty heavy shower here up toward Veterans Memorial where it bumps into I-45. That one may drift across the Aldine area, across the Beltway, and the Hardy Toll Road right there, the north side of the Beltway and I-45 could drift up toward Bush Intercontinental Airport. Intense little storm right here. There's Huff Smith, Corville. There's the north side of the 99 connector, 249. Heavy rain and thunder. It's not a very big storm in size, but in scale, it is mighty, putting down a heavy downpour and slowing down traffic, Grant to Boudreaux. And then back to the north side of Harris County, Woodlands now getting a downpour. You could see a flash of lightning out of that. That's drifting north up I-45. There's Rayford Sawdust. There's Hallsworth. There are the Woodlands. And then Aldine Westfield Road, I-45 right there, Hardy Toll Road. That's drifting north toward the Spring area. So not producing lightning and thunder at the moment, but give it another few minutes and we could be seeing some lightning thunder out of those like we are out of that one at 249 and the 99 connector. Further out to the southwest, hello Industry, a shower south of you, FM 1049 crossing over into Austin County. Bevel, we'll see if that storm can expand and keep going as it heads toward you. Belleville, you may end up with a thunder shower before the day is done as that one's drifting in your direction. Brenham, a little flash of lightning for you. And then this little shower here, FM 1155S, getting you wet up there. Between now and 8 o'clock, everything is going to come and go. Everything settles down by 8:30. Overnight tonight, things are very quiet. We'll wake up with that low cloudiness coming up off the Gulf of Mexico, but I think we're rain-free on Friday morning. And by lunchtime on Friday, we're still looking at very quiet conditions, getting hot, I think low 90s across the board by the time we get to lunchtime. Then we'll go to 93, 94, 95, and those temperatures will be enough to trigger a handful of, we'll call them isolated showers and thunderstorms. The models making it most likely toward Montgomery County, Walker County, Polk San Jacinto County. So yesterday's model runs at this time had most of the rain forecast for today from I-10 east over into Liberty, Chambers County, and eastern Harris County, and they're actually on the northwest side. So take the exact location of the storms on the model with a grain of salt. It's not that good. What it's telling you is somewhere around here we're going to see a small handful of scattered thunderstorms in the heat of the afternoon, then everything settles down. Now let me take you into Saturday. So this model run has storms near Beaumont Saturday 6 a.m. But what that's telling me is this entire region, all of southeast Texas, has a chance to see rain showers as early as 6 a.m. on Saturday morning. That is because there is a surge of moisture coming up from the southern Gulf. And watch what happens as we head into late morning and early afternoon. Yeah, we're going to get wet on Saturday. Rain and thunder showers will be kicked around most of the afternoon. A lot of that is going to be heavy rain, tropical downpours, and that stretches from San Antonio, Austin, to College Station, to Huntsville, to Houston, and Sugar Land, and all about. So whether you're here or traveling out 290, I-45 north, or I-10 west, even east to Lake Charles, that will be a wet and stormy drive during the afternoon on your Saturday. The dust. So you may have noticed skies very hazy today. This is where the dust stands right now, and it's thickest right here over Houston and southeast Texas. It has been a dusty day. That will transition. When I put this in motion, watch how the thickest of the dust moves into the lower Mississippi Valley tomorrow. There it goes. We're on the edge of it, so we'll see a little bit of haze tomorrow, but not as much as we saw today. Isolated storms like we're seeing today are likely tomorrow. Isolated, 30% chance for a thunder shower. That's Friday, and then this is the bigger picture for Saturday. So it's not just Houston and southeast Texas that gets the widespread rain and thunderstorm chance on Saturday. It's a big chunk of Texas, from Dallas down the I-35 corridor to Austin and San Antonio, down to the Valley of Texas, even in the Texas Panhandle, Wichita Falls, Red River Valley. Could also see a good chance for rain and thunder on Saturday. We'll just do it again on Sunday. Texas gets a good chance for rain area-wide, both Saturday and Sunday. I thought this was interesting. This is just the surface winds across the Atlantic Basin now through Wednesday. Nothing changes. That's the Bermuda high sitting right over Bermuda, and the big clockwise rotation. The trade winds coming from Africa across the Caribbean and into the Gulf of Mexico. What we really don't see are any kinks in the wind, which just tells you that nothing is forecast to develop out here. Things are just status quo, west to east, east to west flow across the Caribbean and the open Atlantic. But I wanted to show you this. This is showing up nicely in Wednesday's forecast for the surface winds. See how they're coming together right here? So that's the intertropical conversion zone, showing up nicely on the computer models. As we get into the summer months, the surface winds tend to converge here. And when they converge, these are surface winds, so they don't go down into the water. They bump into each other and they rise. So quite often later in the season, you'll see storms form right along this intertropical convergence zone. It's a little early in the season for storms to get going out here. Not only that, but the convergence zone is at a very low latitude right now. It also moves a little further north a little later in the season, especially toward August and September, and that gives storms a better chance to get going. Plenty of heat energy out here. This is the heat potential. Again, this is a combination of sea surface temperature and how deep that warm water goes to give you a complete look at how much energy would be available were a storm to develop out here. Plenty of energy, but nothing getting going right now. The energy is just kind of building for later in the season when the dust exits and the waves get a little more vigorous. Plenty of energy in the Caribbean. If a storm were to get going here, it's got lots of energy to tap into. And then that's new in the last couple of weeks. More heat potential is building in the Gulf of Mexico. That will build, especially as we head into the end of July and toward the month of August. As far as the activity out here, it's quiet as a mouse. Nothing brewing over the Gulf. Caribbean's quiet. Open Atlantic is quiet. Sea surface temperatures. The surface temperatures are plenty warm. It's almost 90 across the Gulf. Upper 80s, Western Carib, mid 80s in the Central Caribbean. Let's see, 87 down in the Bay of Campeche, 88 off the Gulf, off the Houston coast, 89 over there near Tampa. But dust and no vigorous tropical waves have things quiet in the tropics for now. Even the Pacific side is quiet. No new development is expected, says the Hurricane Center, over the next 7 days. Here's Friday's numbers. Humid start, hot by noon, 30% chance for isolated thunderstorms, kind of like what we're seeing right now. Most of us are just hot and humid. Some of us get a thunderstorm tomorrow afternoon. The extended forecast, look at the weekend. Saturday, 70% chance for rain and thunder. That begins in the morning, lasts through most of the afternoon. Sunday, we'll just repeat it. And it's not just Houston, it's across the state with a good chance for rain and thunder Saturday and Sunday. Then rain chances drop to 30 and 20%. And look at temperatures. 96 Monday, 97 Tuesday, 98 on Wednesday as the heat builds. As temperatures drop, we're going to get a little heat dome parked over us, which will lower the rain chances and give us some real summer heat. All right, that's where we stand on this Thursday evening. Have a beautiful evening, everybody.